Welcome to the Jaros Health Podcast, where we make it easy for you to better serve older adults. This is the weekly Jerry on Ice segment that is a collaboration with the Institute of Clinical Excellence, the official Con Ed provider for the Jaros community. Okay, live on Facebook. Good morning, y'all. My name is Dustin Jones with the Institute of Clinical Excellence. Is the PT on Ice Daily Show. Today is Wednesday. That means it is Jerry on Ice, where we talk about all things older adults. I am co-lead faculty of the Older Adult Division with my partner in crime, Christina Previtt. Good morning. We're headed to Asheville, North Carolina this weekend. We got a packed house, sold-out crowd at the Movement Joint in Asheville, North Carolina. It's conveniently located right beside some mountain bike trails that I'm going to absolutely crush on Friday. Good morning, Kelsey. So really excited about that course. Have a solid crew. Excuse me here. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're going to be in California, Montana, Minnesota, New Jersey. We got a bunch of courses lined up in the future, so check out our course listings on the page. But I just got back from Albuquerque, New Mexico. So what was going on in Albuquerque, you may ask? So a couple things. First thing was the Functional Aging Summit. So that's put on by the Functional Aging Institute. And it's basically a bunch of different health care movement, mainly fitness professionals that want to better serve older adults. I gave a couple talks there, met some amazing people, but that summit was coincided with the National Senior Games. So, every state has either a senior Olympics or senior games, and folks can compete at that state level, and then they can qualify for that national level. So this was the largest national senior games on record. It's every 2 years. In 2017, they had 10,000 participants, which is a lot. This year, they had 14,000 folks flying to Albuquerque to compete in their respective sport. And so after the Functional Aging Summit, I was able to hang out with Becca Georgery. So I interviewed her on the Jaros Health Podcast. This was 3 years ago when she told me about what she was doing with these athletes called the SAFE, the Senior Athlete Fitness Exam. And the SAFE, it's a real simple screen, honestly. It's nothing new. It's just packaged up differently. So it starts off just with a typical health questionnaire, vitals. You measure height, weight, do BMI, which is really interesting because people, they don't necessarily care about their weight at that age, but they care about their height. That was the one thing that people griped about the most. It's like, oh, I can't believe, I've shrunk an inch over the past year or two, which was really interesting. So after that, they go on to a flexibility or mobility assessment. So they do a Thomas test. They measure ankle dorsiflexion. They go on to measure strength and power. With the 5 times sit to stand test and hand grip strength. They go on to a balance assessment with just static different stances on and off the AirX foam pad. They measure gait speed in different situations. And so a lot of stuff that we talk about in this podcast, nothing really new and groundbreaking, but they're able to gather some amazing data with these folks. And I just wanted to share some of the lessons learned. I was hanging around there for about 5 or 6 hours on Sunday morning. So the first lesson, I think, from talking to Becca, talking with these folks, seeing how they're performing on these tests. Good morning, Tyler. We have a whole new breed of older adults, a whole new breed, something like we've never seen before in terms of looking at these functional norms. These folks that have trained hard over decades long period are absolutely blowing away the norms that we've established with some of these traditional, Jerry PT functional measures. It is mind-blowing. And these folks, they're feeling great. They don't necessarily feel their age. They have an amazing outlook on life, on, continue to participate in sport. They're just amazing people to be around, but they freaking crush these tests. And so Becca has some amazing data to show what is possible with some of these standardized norms that we have, and really starting to bring up the question. And Christina did a podcast on this a long time ago. Is normal aging as we perceive it largely deconditioning? And these, senior games athletes are saying, yes, it is. That you can maintain a high quality of life, a high functional capacity if you train hard and you train over a long period of time. So the norms are being rewritten. But another interesting thing about what Becca's doing with that data is comparing one athlete to another, whether based on age group or based on sport. And she's able to see which sport is more conducive to a more functional human being or a more healthy lifestyle. So she's gathering some really cool data there that's just really interesting. And what's really amazing is at the National Senior Games, I got to meet the director of the games and then the health and wellness director, and they both love Becca. They love the work that she's doing. They love what this this screen is doing for their athletes. The athletes love it, and they're also seeing it as a way to kind of screen for someone maybe safe to participate, but just to see where these people are, and just to have a research group interested in this group of people has been really, really encouraging for them. They love it. They're on board, which brings me to my next point is that even though I think what is really contributing to those folks being on board, and especially the athletes being super supportive of the fitness exam, is when they're back at home in their own training environment, they don't have many health professionals that really understand their goals, their desires, and even how to work with them. I can't tell you how many times someone said, when I've worked with physical therapy, they have no freaking clue what to do with me. They can't understand that, yes, I may have, this arthritic shoulder, but I'm still going to compete on a national level. Help me do that. Don't tell me just to rest. Tell me how I can work around, this injury or work on this injury, but maintain my fitness in the meantime. And many of them have not met a physical therapist that can help them do that, or a fitness professional, or a physician, or whoever is on their healthcare team. And so there's very select people that are stepping up in particular communities that are serving these people well. And that, my friends, is an amazing opportunity. And that brings me to my third lesson. There is a huge opportunity to serve these folks. They over and over and over again express the frustration of not knowing anyone in their community that can help them compete at a high level. So here's what I'm going to encourage you all to do. If you feel like you want to work with these national level senior athletes, I'm going to post a video in the Facebook in the Facebook thread of the SAFE overview that I did with Becca Georgery. Watch that. On that thread is Becca's email. Reach out to Becca and say, hey, Becca Georgery, I would love to get involved with the SAFE at my state level. What can I do to help? And you can be the physical therapist or PTA or whatever your title is. Good morning, Nicholas. To be able to serve these people well and perform the SAFE exam or screen at your local or your state senior games. And that is going to be a tremendous service to those athletes. It's going to give them very good information. It's going to give them some direction on some things to work on. You may be able to screen something that they weren't aware of in terms of some particular deficit of strength, flexibility, gait speed, all those lovely things. But it will turn you into the local authority working with those folks. You can be the guy, the gal that can serve masters athletes or senior athletes, whatever you want to call them, well. And that right there is going to give you quite the reputation of bringing you a certain type of client or patient that you will probably freaking love to work with. So I think that's a great opportunity from the business side of things and the professional side of things. And the sad but the great thing also is no one's doing this right now. I mean, there's very few people on the state level around the country that is kind of putting themselves in these games and saying, hey, I want to help you be better. I want to help you compete at a high level. I have the tools, the skill set to be able to do that. Good morning, Will. And I want to serve you all well. There's not a lot of people doing that. So you have a tremendous opportunity to perform that SAFE exam. So go on the Facebook thread, look in that video. Will Boyd, dude, my brother from another mother. Yeah, I'm rocking the ginger beard today, so we're looking pretty similar. But reach out to Becca Georgery to be able to help out with the SAFE, the Senior Athlete Fitness Exam, and work with these folks. I just see a tremendous opportunity where they may be integrated into your clinic. There's a lot of potential for some telehealth options or online coaching, but there's not a lot of people serving these amazing athletes that are completely rewriting the functional norms as we know it and crushing stereotypes and really challenging how we perceive aging. A lot of aging may be deconditioning, and these folks are just absolutely crushing it. So I encourage you to do that. It was an amazing experience. If y'all have any particular questions about the senior games, the national senior games, I would love to chat. I emailed our Kentucky director already to go ahead and get involved. But it's a really cool opportunity I think you all should pursue. So that's all I got. National Senior Games. Hit me up with any questions. I'm going to head off to Asheville, North Carolina for our live course this weekend with Christina and Alex Germano. She's helping out with us. Awesome crew. But I would encourage you all, if you want to hear about these courses before they get sold out, like this one has, I would go to ptonice.com, go to the very bottom of the page, and sign up for Hump Day Hustling. First name, email, and then Jeff curates kind of the 5 best links in terms of research articles, podcasts, videos that the faculty found helpful in our work, and he sends that out right about now every Wednesday morning. No fluff. He just delivers the goods, and we tell you about what upcoming courses are going to be in the area or still available. So check that out, ptonice.com, Hump Day Hustling. Y'all have a lovely day, and I'll talk with you soon. Thank you for listening to the weekly Jerry on Ice segment of the Jaros Health Podcast. If you found this episode helpful, you should go to jaroshealth.com to check out our course offerings that will make it easy for you to better serve older adults. Once again, that's GEROS health.com and click on the courses tab. Thanks for listening.